So, who's new to EFT tapping, uh, or if you just want a refresher course, get the beginner's energy going, this video is for you. I want to tell you a little bit about how I was introduced to EFT. Most importantly, just to get you enthused and psyched up for this amazing tool. It's been about 25 years since I started training as an EFT practitioner. I think my first client was around the year 2000. And I have never seen anything that works so efficiently. It's so empowering to be able to tap on your body and move through issues that could take decades on a therapist's couch in one session, maybe 5, sometimes 10, but it has really speeded up the time it takes to heal. It also has so many possible benefits. I've used EFT and found that within 30 seconds of getting a painful bee sting, the pain was gone. I've used EFT to just clear a headache. I've used EFT to heal my heart of grief, pain, anger. One of the keys to why tapping works so well is that it's not just there to take out the garbage. I'm going to release my guilt. I'm going to take out the garbage of my anger. I'm going to fix something. It's not so much about that. It's more about validation, validating that it's okay to feel this way. And when you give self-acceptance and validation to whatever's going on inside of you, it moves. You have a moving experience. It doesn't stay stuck. It's when we judge our experience that things get stagnant. So these points that you tap on, Chinese meridian points, very well known in acupuncture systems, and they're responsible for moving stuck qi, stagnant energy. When you move energy, things start to heal. Emotions are energy in motion. They're meant to move. Your natural state is to have a moving experience with fear, sadness, anxiety, joy, ecstasy, anger. Now, when you tap on anger, you can tap right through it to the hurt that may be underneath anger. And then you may do some tapping on the hurt and find that there's sadness. And then you let the sadness flow and you move through it and you tap and you find that there's fear. So there are layers to our emotional experience. Emotions don't usually just come as one simple emotion. They're like a mixed cocktail. You move through one, you get to the other, and progress is all that we're looking for. Not perfection, but just progress, movement. So what else about EFT? There's something called the setup phrase where you say, even though I'm experiencing this pain of some kind, I choose to love and accept myself anyway. Even though I want to wring my mother's-in-law neck, I hate her. I choose to love and honor myself and forgive myself for being angry. And that setup phrase where you take what's going on for you and you add, I choose to love and accept myself for feeling this way, is so important. It's such an important part of the healing process. It's like you start out with forgiving yourself and you move on from there. So what else about EFT? You can tap along to videos on YouTube. You can tap along to my videos. I have a whole bunch of them. My other favorite practitioner, Brad Yates, has a whole lot of YouTube videos. When you tap on a video, you can get a lot of relief. But you also might want to avail yourself of a private session now and then, because when you have a trained facilitator holding space and guiding your process, You don't have to be your own guide. And it's much easier to get out of your head and get into your body and just let your feelings come up and have your feelings and your sense of self held by a practitioner, held like somebody's holding space, holding you up so that you can go deep into your experience and not have to guide yourself. Does that make sense? So some of my clients, they see me once every while when they're in crisis, and others wait regular weekly sessions for 5 weeks in a row, or maybe a 10-session series. And that's where we go through the layers and peel away the layers of the onion to get to the core self. But I also want to say one session, just one session, can move mountains. So that's enough of my promotional appeal. Let's do a little practice tapping. I just want you to get a sense of it in case you're new to it. And all you need to do is tap where I tap and let the words that I say flood over you. Breathe deeply. Other practitioners like to speak very slowly so that you can repeat back their words. And that's one pretty effective way of doing it. But I like it just because of the way that I speak. I like to speak fast and I sort of channel ideas. And as we move through the tapping points, you don't have to speak anything. You can just let my words wash over you while you breathe deeply and do the tapping points. So what are we going to do for beginners right now? How about just a generic round of tapping on I'm willing to feel better? So whatever you're feeling right now, like let's say 10 is ecstasy and 5 is, okay. Let's see if we can raise the number to a higher number. So check in with yourself and see how you're feeling emotionally. Or even like just level of stress, tension in the shoulders, tension in the lower back, where you might be holding tension. Breathe into it, give it a number, and let's just do a little tapping. Even though I feel this way, I am willing to feel better. And I choose to love and accept myself. Even though I'm not at my best, and I've got this or that going on, I choose to love and honor myself, all my feelings. Even though I want to feel better, and a part of me maybe doesn't believe this could really work. How could tapping change my emotional state? How could tapping help me feel better physically? I don't know if I believe this stuff. And the good news is that you don't have to believe. So even though I may have some doubts about this process, I choose to love, honor, and accept myself. And I'm willing and open to experience the miraculous possibility that this thing just might work well. All right, so just tap where I tap and breathe deeply into your belly, up into your chest, perhaps if it feels right, but definitely belly breathing would be good. I am willing to feel better. I'm willing to feel better. I am opening myself up to the possibility that I can feel great. That there can be a major improvement in how I feel 5 minutes from now when we're done with this tapping. Part of me says, bullshit. No way, Jose. How could something this simple make a significant difference? And thank you, doubt. Thank you for trying to protect me. Thank you for trying to keep me safe and not get my hopes up. Because what if I got my hopes up and then I got really disappointed? What if this doesn't work at all? And maybe I might even beat myself up, like, gosh, this works for so many people, but something's wrong with me, and that's why it hasn't worked for me. And I hate beating myself up. I hate feeling guilty, like there's something wrong with me. So I'd rather not open myself up at all to the possibility that this just might work. So there you go. There's my self-protection plan. Don't want to be disappointed, so I'm not going to be open. But guess what? If you are still tapping on your face and head right now, there's a part of you that is pretty darn open, pretty willing and receptive to have a wonderful experience. There's a part of you that's willing to let go of tension, to breathe and honor this body and just let it melt into relaxation. And to know these acupressure points are Chinese science. It's not an art form in Oriental medicine. These points are scientifically measured and they do work. So I'm tapping away my doubt, tapping away my fear that this won't work, and just tapping into my hope, my trust, my openness that good things happen. And this may be one of them. So as I'm lightening up about self-doubt and the doubt that I might have about this process, I'm opening up to wonder, like a curiosity of the possibility that anything is possible. Maybe my body wants to feel better. Maybe it's natural for me to feel better and better. And maybe I've been getting in the way somehow with my thoughts and my beliefs. And maybe I'm stepping out of the way right now and letting my body's natural healing process do its magic. Feeling lighter, feeling freer, open to the possibilities that this very simple process has allowed me and supported me to feel better right now in body, mind, and spirit. Breathing and just being with whatever is. If you're more curious about tapping now, I'm going to leave in the information box a link to all my tapping videos, and away we go. And if I can support you in a private session, I'll also leave a link to my coaching, the place on my website that explains my coaching practice and how tapping fits in. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy life. Thanks for spending this time with me. And I'm going to pause and stop this recording. Bye-bye.